Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to what makes the CREOS PS771 such a good brush. I'm going to talk you through my personal experience with the CREOS and the reasons why I think it is an outstanding brush. For one, for the money, parts, the features on it, for all them pieces that you get in this package, it is well worth its money, and the prices of these are going up, guys, so get one while you can, because these are going to start going through the roof. I just know it. They have jumped up since I brought this one. I brought this 6 months ago and I paid £216. I've just checked on Google and the supplier that I got this from, they've now upped them up to 259, so you're paying 260. My thoughts on that price, it's still worth the money at 260, hands down. It'll match a custom micron on detail and performance, not a problem, and you'll pay more for the custom micron. Apparently these come out of the same factory, so I think these are made by Iwata. So I'll give you a little talk through on the brush and my experiences with the CREOS and the reason why I jumped onto the CREOS range after buying the PS270, which is the 0.2, which is this one just here. I've owned that one now, probably coming up to nearly a year. So you've got the Mac valve to the front, it's a 0.2, it's a nice long brush. You've got your adjuster on the back of the CREOS PS270 to dial your triggering. So after using that one and seeing the performance that the PS270 could do, I thought I'll try the PS771, which is the 0.18, which is a finer needle than the PS270. I've got the brush. Came in the same packaging as the PS270, plastic box, cardboard packaging, and hooked this up, dropped some paint in it, and it absolutely blew me away on what it could do and the way it feels in your hand. And the reason why I like the CREOS is they're a long brush. When you hold it up to a micron, which I've got here, you will see just what I mean by how long these brushes are. It's a hell of a lot longer to the front. So if you've got big hands, the CREOS range can feel really comfortable in your hand. They're nicely well balanced. The finish is Iwata, as in the chrome finish, identical. The front ends of the micron and the CREOS look identical. They're both 0.18. So I put some paint in this brush, gave it a test through, and just fell in love with it. It's an outstanding brush for detail. The paint flow with these brushes, it doesn't seem to have any problems with acrylics or transparent. It seems to flow really nice. Some brushes tend to, you'll chuck paint through them whilst you're painting and they will start to clog up quite quick. The atomization starts to get a bit bad. I've noticed with this, I've used this on my last piece of artwork, which was this one, and I was going from opaques, I was chucking transparents, I was then chucking candies, and they all blasted through this brush with a quick clean, and it never missed a beat. It wasn't choking up in any way, and this is a small needle setup in this, guys, so for playing around with paints and just putting it straight through, they're brilliant, they really are. You've got the Mac valve to the front. If you don't know what a Mac valve is, when you plug your airline in, on your main airbrush compressor you would have an air regulator where you can set your pressure for your brush. So you'd come in on your airline here, but on these you've got a valve at the front, and this you can dial your air pressure in on the front while you're painting, just tucked away at the bottom of the brush, and it is really nice to be able to paint, go from an opaque to a transparent, and then when you need to drop that pressure down when you're doing something detailed, you can just dial that in, and these are really accurate on the fronts of these brushes, so you can just dial it in on the fly as you're painting, and it works really well. So that's a bonus that I like about the CREOS range. You've got them on the cheaper brush as well. You also get the Mac valve on the PS270, which is really good, and they come in cheaper than these ones. You've got that bit. The actual trigger itself is spot on. It's eye water quality, you can just tell. It's lovely and soft. You press down and it's nice and smooth, and the responsiveness of this trigger is absolutely spot on, guys. So the trigger I like, the distance of the body from the front to the back is nice and long. You've got plenty of room. You've got a 10mm cup to the top with a cap, which are handy. So if you're painting, say you're painting with black or white permanently in this brush and you didn't have a cap on the top, if you're working in a warm room with acrylics, you can tend to get a lot of dry up in your cup. So an added bonus is the lid for the top. That just slows that drying up of the paint in the cup a hell of a lot, so it gives you a bit more work time. You get a little hole in the top, so it lets the air in, so you get your flow like yours on a big spray gun. You get the same on the tops of a big spray gun cup. So that's another nice feature. It's a big cup, you can get plenty of paint in there. The trigger's really good. You have got your crown cap to the front. Take that off, you've got a nice bit of exposure on the needle, so when it does come to tip dry, it's quite nice and easy to clean. You can actually see it. Some brushes, the needles sit quite far back and you've not got anything to pinch or wipe with, but these, you've got quite a nice bit of needle exposure there. You've got your adjuster to the back of the brush with your numbers on it, so you can dial that in and you can set your trigger distance. So that's really nice. The actual weight of the brush, really comfortable in your hand. I've used this 4 or 5 hours at a time, say on a portrait. No finger ache, nothing. It's absolutely spot on for the comfortability of it. It's just really, really nice. So highly recommended brush. That's why I jumped onto the CREOS range after using the PS270. I checked out the 771 and never looked back. It is an outstanding brush, guys, and it gets my thumbs up all the way. So yeah, highly recommended. So that's the end of this little video on the CREOS. I just wanted to run through bits about this brush and the reason why I absolutely love it, and I've got it as one of my main go-to brushes. As you can see, it sits on the top part of that stand. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can join me in the next one. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, click that subscribe, like, share. It all helps the channel out, guys. It makes it grow, and I will see you lot in the next one. Thanks for watching.